Welcome to Brotropics. I'm Sal.
I'm Lewis.
And today we're going to review PRL-8-53.
Founded in the 1970s by Professor Nicholas Hensel, without an E at the end. But don't even worry about that. It comes from benzoic acid that's found in berries, milk, produced within the body. Increases dopamine, which I think is a lot of nootropics because it's all about that cognitive boost, that retention. Let's just hop in. Oh, my bad.
You know, benzoic acid is actually just another metabolite, so it's just breaking down into other stuff.
So, why don't you start the review with it?
Alright, so PRL-8-53, exactly what I felt from it. You know, I'm not going to lie, when I took it, I definitely felt like it was a good memory enhancer. You can remember numbers really easily. Like, mainly I thought it was like numbers and certain patterns and everything. But it did kind of cause me aggression for some reason. I don't know, I kind of felt like I was a little bit on the aggressive side, more tense and everything.
I'll just jump in quick. Now, no study has been proven yet, but it does block serotonin levels, meaning you might get insomnia from it, or higher anxiety, or, like Sal said, aggression. It hasn't been proven in the clinical trials, but with it blocking serotonin, that's always a possibility. Okay.
It has a really short half-life, and I think it's like probably about 3 hours.
Yeah, I'm
pretty sure it's like 3 to 5 hours. I think it only lasts for 3 hours. But so far, this is Nootropics Depot, PRL-8-53, and it was a gram for, I think, like $30. I can't really remember. I can't really remember how much it was. I just know that it was just kind of like, I don't like how it's powder form, and me and him both took the powder, and it numbs your mouth the minute. Like, you only use like a real tiny bit, like maybe 5 milligrams. You know, online it says 10 to 20. I only take like a little tiny, like grab like a knife and just kind of like a butter knife and just kind of give a little scoop and just take it. But it's just really nasty, and it tastes chemically to me. What do you think?
Well, for me, I always hate when powders don't come with scoopers. It's not a big deal. Like I said, we use a tip of the knife. Because the dose on this is, other reviewers are taking it for 10 to 20 milligrams, but when they did the clinical trials, they did use 5 milligrams. I did notice if you take too much of it, it's like a reverse effect. You just feel groggy, you feel tired. So I recommend using the tip of the knife. But definitely numbers and letters. Retention is incredible with this. When I first took this, I was sitting in the car just remembering barcodes of like Arizona iced tea and stuff just to see if I could recall them. And I was able to recall them for a couple weeks after that. So that was kind of sweet. I have no like, I guess practical use for what I do in my life. But if you're an accountant or someone who deals with numbers and words all day, I think you're probably going to love something like this. Me personally, I have no, necessity to remember numbers and words and phrases all day. But it probably lasts about 3 hours for me. I would say 2-3 hours it lasted for me. Dopamine wise, it doesn't for me. Did it give you like an energy boost?
I felt an aggressive energy boost. Like, it was more like I had more energy, but then it was kind of like I was just kind of pissed off.
Yeah, I didn't get any aggression. I just didn't feel any energy. I could feel like the retention if I needed it, but I felt no energy boost at all with it.
I felt like motivated, but it was kind of like, I do MMA and all that. It made me want to go hit the punching bag 20 times harder, which isn't a bad thing for me, Yeah, I don't know. It's like, it's kind of one of those things. It's just really short-lived. It tastes really bad, and it's kind of like, to me, like, out of like how good it worked for what I would do, like use it for parkour and free running, or like, I'm a foreman and I do construction. And it's kind of like, it helps me with my numbers, remembering numbers, like when I'm setting grades and everything. So I think it would be very useful, and but I'd only give it a 7 out of 10, just because it's kind of like something that, it's only going to last 3 hours, and then you got to take it again, and then, I don't know, it kind of made me more aggressive than anything. So it's kind of like, I don't know, I could live without it pretty much. I never actually really stacked it with anything, so I couldn't really tell you how it felt. Like, I took other stuff with it, but it was kind of like, I don't know. It's one of those things.
Well, I know other reviewers, how they would take, not reviewers, but just people on forums and stuff, what they would do is take it 3 to 4 times a day, lower doses, and extend them out the whole day, and then they would feel a crash after. So I guess if you're trying to get it to last a full 24 hours, it might come with the price of a crash at the end.
I just really don't like how it doesn't have pill form now. It's like, even like a tiny pill would do, instead of taking powder and everything. It's like the powder just makes your mouth go numb.
Yeah, it is like you can taste the synthetic chemical in this. You just put it to your tongue and instant numbness.
And you taste it forever. You don't stop tasting it.
So, well, I guess we'll start off, did it do what it was meant to do from the effects?
Yeah, it did. It definitely did. It's not one of my favorite, you know, mood enhancement wise. I was kind of just angry. I don't know, I was in an aggressive mood. To me, I wouldn't take it because I'd rather feel happy and everything, but it kind of just gave me that, you know, anxious energy and kind of got my heart racing for some reason. I don't know why. Usually I could take a whole bunch of caffeine and everything, but just take it, I know that it gets my heart racing and everything, and it's like, I don't know, sometimes shortness of breath. So, for me...
Yeah, for me, the effects, at least for the retention of numbers and letters, I thought that was funny because it did that right on the nail. Like, if that was your job, whatever your job is that maybe requires numbers and letters, like, it did that exact. The barcode probably had like 18 numbers in it, and I could remember it one read through. So with that effect, it would, to take it as like an everyday like mood enhancer or something like that, I probably wouldn't recommend it for that. I think there's just better stuff on the market. If you watch the other videos, you're going to see there's a lot of other nootropics that are really designed just for mood enhancement. This is, I think, definitely the professor who designed this, I don't know what he was thinking, but he probably said, hey, just numbers, just variables. We'll get that down to a science. Thanks for watching our video. It means a lot when you guys like and subscribe and share. It really helps the channel grow.
Remember, every Wednesday we're going to have a video out and a new nootropic to review for you guys. Remember, Wednesday. That's
every Wednesday. And also, click the bell notification if you want to be notified and stay up to date if you ever miss a video. But until next time, guys, Brotropics is where the mind takes you to greatness.